folks? Happy Wednesday. Oh, forgot to reset the session again. I always forget something. So, Brandon, if you're out there, bud, you are still player 2 for tonight. Maybe for now? Maybe? What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. Terrence in here first. Sorry, I'm looking down because I'm eating a chocolate egg here. I, scarfed down some dinner after getting home from my son's track practice. And then, of course, the kids were uninterested in going to bed. So, Terrence in here first said, hello, Mr. Pew Pew, Mr. Helmet, Mr. Belly Bumper, Mr. Combo Shield. Hopefully I didn't spoil too much. What's up, Xander? Hello there. Hello there. I need to work on my Obi-Wan. Nerf Superior Iron Man. I used to be Kim Jong-un, but I've created my alter ego and future grandson twice removed. Welcome, whoever you are. Dragoon, dude, what's up, Dragoon? Dragoon, I haven't seen you in a while, man. Hope you're doing well. Dark Abyss, what's up, Void Bro? Dalen? Is it Dallin or Dalen? Long A or short A? I need to know these things. Alright. What is going on? So kind of devoid of content right now. So I finished Cav, I finished Unclicked, and I even 100%ed Master this month. And I'm not going to bother with these two 100% because it's just not worth the time. I've been using my extra energy farming revives for Abyss eventually. And my good champs are on cooldown for incursions, so figure we'll just do some arena grind in here and chit chat, hang out, talk about whatever. Just took my CGR to rank 4, and after the aptitude rotation, a combo and they're dead. Yeah. Like, most of the time in regular content, I've found that just his basic rotation is almost enough. Like, with the amount of armor breaks that he puts on them, they're pretty much dead. Yeah. I don't know if you got him awakened. I know you sent a screenshot, but I can't remember if you awakened him or not. But the Awakened ability, to me, makes a huge difference, and I would highly recommend that you awaken him if you have a way to. So, Yin's catch any crystal openings today? I heard there was a good one. You know, if I do say so myself. And also, if I do say so myself, I feel like I was due, big time, for one good pull. I did not expect 3 good pulls. So. Long A. Okay, Dalen. Got it, dude. Thank you very much. I can confirm Nerf Superior Iron Man is my grandson twice removed. Devoid. Fine, man. I know I've been MIA lately. I've been busy with work overnight in my master's class. No worries, dude. Real life always comes first. Good to see you in the stream, though, man. So, as I said in the video, I immediately wanted to rank 3 my Professor X, because I've had that Mutant Catalyst sitting in my inventory for quite a while. And I found that I had big ol' zero tier 4 Mutant Catalysts. Why do I have 0 tier 4 Mutant Catalysts? Because I just used them all to rank up my 5-star Professor X. So now, I have to choose between sending like every other class type I have into Overflow, or just waiting it out a little bit. So I think in the meantime, I think Kingpin will probably go up to rank 2. Maybe Falcon too, but definitely Kingpin. Because that debuff immunity, I need the debuff immunity more, I think, than the ability accuracy reduction. let go of my block there too quickly. There we go. Use my generic gem. Nice. David, what's up, dude? You stole my 6-star Professor X. He's mine. He's mine. The People's Champ, what's up, dude? Lefty raid. Oh, hashtag hey baby raid. What's up, Lefty? And everybody coming over from Lefty's stream. AQ Shadow, good to see you, dude. Taz is here. Dexter's Cats. Superman Blue. Hey baby, I want my money. Bro, if you didn't get your money, you need to talk to the IRS, not me. Leo, Phoenix, Double R, Quep, Beemore in the house. And there's the man himself. Hey, baby, it's the man with the strongest bladder in the battleground, the one, the only, Lefty Knox. Tom Higgins in here. Coop, what is up, guys?
You get it? You see the hat? I am Mrs. Nesbit.
What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody. MSD is in here too, interested in the Jabari Panther, not the Iron Man. I agree with that. Like, the Jabari Panther, she could be cool. I'm a real big fan in, like, the comic world of, like, Iron Man and War Machine and all the different armors. But seriously, like, we have so many worthless Iron Man champs, and they're going to add another one. And you know they could have just as easily, like, reworked one of the existing Iron Man champs to be what this, Silver Centurion is going to be. It's the same deal as, like, Storm Pyramid X. Like, they could have redone Storm and made her into what Pyramid X is. And instead, you get a whole new champ who is pretty good, and OG Storm still mostly useless. Unless you want to strap her to Apocalypse for the rest of your time in the contest. Watch the Iron Man be the best 2021 champ. It looks like he's got like those, like in the picture he has like hi. You want to say hi? Okay. You can say hi. Be famous. Here we go. Hi. This is Samus. Just taking a break from hunting Metroids. Okay, go on. What was I saying? Right, the in the picture it looked like he has like these like wrist gauntlet things, but in the thumbnail for the motion comic, it looked like they come off. So I wonder if it's kind of like a Psycho Man thing where like they float around him, which would be pretty sweet. Like from an animation and design standpoint, I'm not worried at all because, you know, the animation team has been just knocking it out of the park for like the better part of 2 years. So, show me your stash, you dirty hoarder. I want to see a mutant 6-star AG. Don't got one, dude. Sorry. The only 6-star gem I have is a mystic. I'm so godlike I could switch between playing the game of life as Kim or his grandson twice removed. Pixie, what's up, girl? Why do you always send me here? Somebody else needs to keep doing Pixie's command whenever she comes in. Aaron C, welcome. Parzival's in here. What's up, Pars? I guarantee both will be good, so people will go play MRock. Probably not. I mean, and let's be real, like, there's only, like, 4 characters in MRock to begin with, so they're gonna quickly run out of characters to bring into MCOC. Because they won't add any into MRock. If you guys checked out Seaton's video today, he kind of broke down the numbers a little bit. And it's not looking too good for MRock. Really, really not looking good. Money makes these games, live or die, and MCOC doing really well. 6 years in, MRock, rough start. Silver Centurion was a suit that could reach speeds of Mach 5 in the comics. Just now he was super fast. It would be cool to see what they do with that. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do. I'm also curious if it's going to be, I think in the comics, I think both Rhodey and Tony wore that armor. So it'll be interesting to see who they go with. And, like, man, if they were going to do another Iron Man champ this year, I really would have preferred it be Frank Castle in the War Machine armor, which I think would be really cool. We talking about another Iron Man ripoff in the game? I mean, pretty much, Pars. People already don't play MROC, so releasing 2 bad MROC champs would kill any chances of the game surviving. So releasing 2 bad MROC champs. Yeah, I mean it's already. I mean I don't want to pronounce it dead or even on its last legs, but I mean with the amount of money that game probably cost them to develop and the length of time it took them to develop it. You remember back when they announced it, and we didn't see a single frame of gameplay for like what, a year and a half or so at least. It must have cost them a lot of money to get that off the ground. So I doubt, unless it gets really dire, that they will pull the plug before they at least make that money back somehow. I think that's also one reason why you're not seeing much in the terms of like new content and new additions, because that stuff costs money. You know, games like this, you know, they need to pick up like right away. Otherwise, they're pretty much DOA. Why do they keep adding Iron Man ripoffs? Don't want to play another Iron Man ripoff for a game where I have to use magnifying glass to watch the animations. Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred that they redid like a complete overhaul over one of the other characters. Like, I'm pretty partial to War Machine as a comic character, so I would love to see him get like a proper rework with new animations. But he's just so bad in this game. Oh no! I will never play MROC, it looks dead. Yeah, I tried it out for approximately 30 minutes. I signed up just long enough to make sure that my name was claimed. And then I tried out like the tutorial. And like when you play games on a phone or mobile device and there's like fake joysticks on the screen, it just doesn't feel right. Like when I play a game, like I need the tactile feel of like a real joystick. I can't do it on the screen. And like this type of game is different because there's not really like fine control involved, other than timing of it. But it feels playing MROC and playing MCOC feels completely different. And even beyond like just mechanics, just like the gameplay loop in MROC is just not interesting to me at all. Like there's nothing in it that is really as fun as like ranking up your champs or pulling up a new champ. Like you get new gear and then your character doesn't look cool. It looks like this like hodgepodge. Like if I'm playing an Iron Man character, I want him to look like a really cool character. I don't want him to look like he pieced his armor out of a trash heap. Sedimentary rock, igneous rock, and then there's M-Rock. Oh, that is the nerdiest comment I've read all week. Awesome. A+. I was so excited to play M-Rock, and then I played it 100%, yeah. And it kind of makes me a little bit worried for that, what's that new one coming out? Future Revolution, is that what it's called? That game looks incredible. And like visually, it looks, it makes M-Rock look like this like crappy 2D game from the 80s. Like I don't know. M-Rock has got a lot of problems, and I know, for the sake of the people who worked, undoubtedly very hard to make it, I hope that it makes a comeback, but I'm not seeing where it's coming from. They both wore Mark 2 or 3, which is the full silver suit, right? I'm talking in the comics though, Dalen. In the comics, I think both Tony and Rhodey specifically wore the, I think it's called the is it the Mark 8 or the Mode 8? Not Mode. Not what is it called? I don't think they refer to it as the Mark in the comics. It's called Model 8. That's what it is. Iron Man Model 8 in the comics is the Silver Centurion armor. B McG, what's up, dude? Hit the like button, guys. Yes, thank you for the reminder, guys. If you're here and you like what you see, please hit that like button for me. Pay your dues to the almighty YouTube algorithm. And Brendan, dude, I hope you're feeling better, man. I hope you're on the mend. I mean, if being tired and losing your taste and whatnot is the worst of it, I think you got pretty lucky, so. But yeah, I hope you're feeling better. Oh my god, how did I miss... Oh god, did I just mistime a Thor special? Guys. How come the wife never joins for a stream? The wife needed to go on a Target run because the kids were just, they were in rare form for bedtime tonight. And she's like, I need to get out of the house. She's walked by in the background a few times, but I think for the most part she would prefer to remain anonymous. There are at least last night there were a couple people in chat that have actually met my wife in real life. But I won't tell you who they were either. One of them, or two of them, might even be in here now. You never know. Venom the Duck when a Canadian plays him. Venom the ice hockey puck. I have hope for Silver Centurion. I mean, listen, it's always good for the game if a character is good, right? So I'm absolutely not wishing that a character is bad other than Hercules because F that guy. Omega Sentinel for life. And, you know, I'm a huge fan of the Iron Man stuff and the armors and that. So, you know, I want him to be good, but there are probably 20 other characters you could think of who people would be much more happy with, you know, in general than yet another Iron Man character. So, what's up, Sim? Great opening, congrats, dude. Anon, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate you stopping by. It was a surprise to be sure and a welcome one. Sim, read my last because it's modest and understated. Oh god, what'd you do, Hammer? I could see the game was a dud without even downloading it. Again, knowing is my burden. Oh my goddamn Oracle. Bring the kids and wife for a stream? No, my kids don't need to be on the internet, Coop. That's a no-no. I've had some other symptoms that were really bad: horrible cough, shortness of breath, etc. That's unfortunate, dude. Do you at least feel better now than when you did a few days ago? Because it's been almost a week, hasn't it, for you? I had the idea of plasma bleeds. Every time they tick, they drain some power, but because they're bleeds, they get the benefits from deep wounds, but bleed immunity stops them. That's an interesting idea. That plasma effect, it's called... So, I think Iron Man Infinity War is the only character who has plasma, but there is... I think there is at least one champ, and whoever it is, their name escapes me at the moment. They have ability text that like specifically calls out plasma as being like a debuff that they're resistant to or immune to. And if you guys remember who that is, call it out. But it's just a weird bit of text for an effect that's only present in one character in the game right now. So maybe they'll do something like that, like you're saying, Durin, with the plasma bleeds. It was probably Mark 8 in the comics. Yeah, it was Model 8. In the MCU, the Silver Centurion armor was a different model number. I guess, I mean, based on the color scheme, the suitcase armor that he uses in 2, you could probably call Silver Centurion, but it's not really like a faithful reproduction of the comic version. But Sup, low quality? Good to see you, dude. You finished Act 4 yet, brother? An anonymous wife sounds like my wife, but she has to remain anon because she doesn't exist. But it's a secret. Yes, my wife does indeed exist. I found a good one. She lets me play all the video games that I want, within reason. The last time my wife played a video game, I think, I had a Harry Potter game for the Wii, and that was probably the last time that she actually like sat down and played like a game to play it. But she got stuck on a side quest looking for talking gargoyles around Hogwarts, and then she was like, "I quit." And that was pretty much the end of that. How did Omega Sentinel lose? No way. If you guys watch the first the dev diary for Hercules that Dave did with a couple of the Kabam guys, they actually put up on screen the actual vote counts for both champs, and it was like really close, like a couple hundred maybe votes separated the two of them. F Hercules OS was robbed. Definitely. Hercules is cool. Have you seen that chest hair? He probably needs the lawnmower 3.0. That's good. Mega Sentinel definitely won. The amount of cheating in the boats was as high as Hyperion's cheekbones. Guys are on fire tonight. Oh, speaking of Hyperion, another month has passed, and no Hyperion exists on my roster as a 5-star. Sad trombone. Havoc. Oh, yes, Havoc. No. That's yeah. Havoc makes mention of Plasma, but that's not what I'm thinking of. No, I'm thinking of Plasma specifically as a damage over time effect. Somebody has like resistance to it. Wow, right through my block. Just gotta do this. Oh god. Forgot I didn't have my falter up. Poor Chuck. Okay, poor Bobby. Feeling a bit better, just hard to stay awake. I wanted to stream some incursions, was feeling up to it, but an hour I crashed. Yeah, dude. Take it easy, man. Like the, streaming and gaming, it can wait. You definitely want to feel your best for that kind of stuff, because it can be really draining. If you guys run Warlock in War, do you run Resonate? And if you don't, you should. Because Basically free power control and degen because almost everybody runs willpower these days, so. Here's how I've been working on Act 4. Enter quest, look at the disgusting amount of paths, leave quest. I mean, dude, you can just auto-fight it at this point. You have to be able to auto-fight it. What are you doing with your energy? Anyways. Oh, parried. What could you possibly be using your energy on? That would be more exciting than Act 4. Got my first shot Saturday. Gonna be a fun time. Yeah, me too, dude. I didn't have any side effects, thankfully, but I've heard that if there are any, it's usually on the second one. And the wife and I got the Pfizer one. I don't forget. My parents got it too, like maybe 3 weeks ago, and my dad didn't have any problems with it either. It was 2,000 votes, not 100. You know, math. It was pretty close, though. I mean, all things considered, I think that's pretty close. Hercules L3 will be him pouring a barrel of olive oil on himself and sliding around the screen, slapping your champ with various appendages. Wow. I do not know how to respond to that one, so we're just going to move on. Hercules has the same head shape as a slightly squishy pomegranate. It looked like they started with pretty much the same basic like shape as like Thor and Hyperion, who have almost the same model with just different different features and whatnot. And I guess he's going to be a large character, not a medium character like many of the basic human males are. So, next good champ added will be the first good champ released in 2021. All of them stink. Strife is good, but Aegon sent him out to grab his dirty dry cleaning. Yeah, I mean, I think Strife is good, but I just think that if you have an Aegon already, Strife is really irrelevant. If you don't have an Aegon and you pull a Strife, then, sure, you've got a pretty good Abyss counter. But if you already have an Aegon, Strife he doesn't do anything for you. Hercules has a maraca as a weapon. Using my energy. I've been so lazy lately. Just want some interesting content. It seems like we won't have to wait very long. I think there's some coming next month. I'm expecting variant 7. By the way, did anybody ever figure out which variant is next? I'm sure somebody knows. Is it I don't know. I'm not even gonna guess. Oh, that was too slow. And parried. Perfect. Me playing in Arena is so much different than me playing everywhere else in the game. Like, I play, like, pretty much without a care in Arena. Monkey D, Hercules is Mega Chad. How's it going, Simma? It's good, dude. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you as usual. Love my Strife and my Aegon. Strife is so fun to use. I just wish he had an immunity, not as a horseman. That's fair. They confirmed that it was the hero. I'm not sure what you're referencing there, Darn. Yeah, the other thing that I don't really care much for a Strife is that it feels like you need APOC with him in order to like realize his max potential. And with Aegon, I mean, he really doesn't need anybody, which is important for content like the Abyss, when you need to plan, your entire team, and each of them is probably going to do something. What direction do you want the MCU to take for Phase 5? WandaVision and Falcon was the start of it, I believe. I'm not sure where they're going to go. It seems like they're going to go more into like the cosmic and mystic realm, which I'm fine with. I honestly have no idea where they're going to take the story, or who like the big baddie is going to be. There are lots of good options for who the big bad guy could be. Thought it could be Kang for a while, but it seems like if they're going to put Kang in the Ant-Man movie as the villain, it seems unlikely that he's going to be like an overarching villain. More than likely, the villain is somebody we haven't even heard of yet. Not heard of, but heard mentioned yet as a possibility. If they're really going to do the Fantastic Four, I think Doom makes sense. One of the main questions I have is like how is a movie like The Eternals going to fit into like the larger storyline? No, I'm just curious. I mean, I trust that they will do good stuff, but not really sure. I feel like they have a harder job now than they did when they started the very first phase, because most of the characters that people are familiar with are gone, and or on their way out potentially. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh my god, lady, use your specials. Alright, fine. Hercules uses feta cheese as deodorant. A hero variant. 3 of my 6-star R3s are heroes. I thought it might be like an Asgardian variant, but I don't think that there are enough Asgardian champs. And if they're going to be using the list of that Asgardian crystal, then yeah, that's going to suck. Got freaking OG Iron Man listed as an Asgardian for some reason. Black Widow is on there too. Calling it right now, Eternals is going to suck. Maybe. I don't know. It's pretty rare that they have a dud, so I will expect it to be good unless shown otherwise. Like for me, the only unwatchable MCU movie is the Edward Norton Hulk movie, which I've watched once and I will never watch again. It was so bad. Even like Dark World, which is typically thrown around as like the worst of the MCU movies. Like I can watch that once in a while, but Edward Norton Hulk, holy moly, that movie's bad. Hoping someone with cosmic power, scale like Galactus or Thanos, maybe a nihilist now that the Fantastic Four and X-Men are finally the property of Disney. Yeah, I mean, they could certainly go that route. The problem with like continuously like ramping it up like that is that if you find yourself in a position to continuously needing to like top yourself, in this case I'm talking about Thanos, like topping the threat of Thanos is a pretty tall order, considering what he did affected the entire universe. No idea what they're gonna do. I guess I should have been building up my frenzy stuff, because I don't really need True Strike in this fight. There we go. Aegon at 100 makes Strife hold his beer at the club. Aegon at 150 forgets Strife is holding his beer. At 300, Strife sends Aegon a text asking if he still wants his beer. At 500, Strife goes home alone. Oh, man. Why is Groot even in that crystal? Groot isn't in any way connected to the Asgardians, is he? I mean, half the people in that crystal were not connected to the Asgardians. It's silly. The problem is that they don't have enough Asgardian champs in the game to fill an entire crystal. So they basically need to look for like the loosest possible connection and be like, yes, Asgardian. Like, I think Iron Man once made Thorbuster armor specifically to counter Thor. There you go. Asgardian, right? CB, what's up, bud? CB, we missed you last night in tanks, man. Where were you? Maybe Loki does something bad again because the living version is still from 2012. Yeah, that's the show that I'm probably most intrigued about. And I think we talked about this before. But like Loki as a character... Oh, this is a terrible idea. Loki as a character had one of the most like satisfying character arcs in the MCU. You know, from a villain up to, you know, his eventual redemption. I'm just gonna I should just die here because there's no way Killmonger can win this. But now they've kind of like completely reset his character, and like the audience has knowledge of, like, you know, the hero version of Loki, as it were, but the character right there doesn't. So I'm guessing that at some point in his show, oh hey, we won. He will somehow become aware of like what his other self did. And then he'll have to make a choice about you know, whether to stay on that path or not. I think that show is probably going to end up with him being taken back to that exact point in time. In the first Avengers movie. But then in that timeline, you know, he'll have a chance to change. I was hoping Mangog would come with Beta Ray Bill. Oh, sorry. Hoping Odin would come with Beta Ray Bill, but Mangog is fine. I was drained. There was a huge network issue at work. Dealing with that was so mentally draining. Dude, I feel you on that one. I have 2 events to lead this week. One yesterday, one tomorrow. And yesterday's was about 4 hours long. And tomorrow's will be a little bit shorter. But just having to stay like focused on something for that amount of time is I definitely understand where you're coming from. What's up, Scarslayer? Welcome. They'll bring Loki full circle in the show to a possible movie arc, maybe. I wonder if Chris Hemsworth is going to make a cameo on the Loki show, because like they can't really put him back into the MCU without, unless they're planning on doing some sort of like reunion moment with Thor. They should add Void to the crystal. I mean, 6-star Void in that crystal? I probably would have bought it. Probably not. I was so close today to breaking down and buying that deal for the dual class 6-star. Like immediately after I finished my opening, I was like, I have 40 minutes left to figure out what I want to do. And I remain strong. I had visions playing in my head of duping my Professor X like right after. I was like, no, I need these units for Abyss. When I'm done with Abyss, I can start thinking about using them on offers like that. I mean, realistically, I have enough units for Abyss right now for the rest of my paths, but better safe than sorry. Oh, Aegon, you're going to be so dead in a minute. Hoping they're joking about the new April champs. It doesn't seem like it because the official accounts tweeted out a picture of Jabari Panther today, so it seems like it's a lock. Coop says, "Got to get ready for the gym. Have a great stream, dude." Coop, thank you very much for hanging out, man. Have a good time at the gym. Burn some calories for me too. Lord knows I need it. My game is lagging again here. Might have to restart it. They could introduce Frigga somehow in the Loki shows. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is around time travel, so I mean, for sure they could. For sure they could. Did you guys hear that Russell Crowe is going to be in Thor 4? Unclear what he's going to play, though. I guess they spotted Jeff Goldblum on set, which means the Grandmaster will be making a return appearance. Yeah, I don't know who Russell Crowe will be playing. Maybe Russell. They already have the Collector, so it can't be. He can't be the Collector. I don't know. Don't know. At least you get to use your spending as a tax write-off, so it's not that bad. I guess. Yeah. I think you overestimate how my game income. Like, I don't think I've spent anything. Like everything that I get from like YouTube goes into a specific PayPal account. I don't think I've touched it yet. So, in terms of writing it off, I've got nothing to write off. Russo screwed themselves. Thanos is too good, but maybe a weaker villain would be better, perfectly balanced. Yeah, like they don't need. That was kind of the point I was making earlier. Like they don't need a universal level threat. The character just needs to have interesting motivations. You know, and like you're saying, with Thanos, it was both. He was an interesting character. He had a weird motivation. He wasn't like a crazy villain. He was very calm, very strategic, very organized, and that's what made him like all the better as a villain. Gore the God Butcher is an amazing villain in the comics. Yeah, so what I suspect is going to happen in Thor 4 is that like he'll be flying around with the Guardians and whatnot. I think Gore is going to attack them, and I think Thor is going to lose his arm immediately. And then, since he gets his butt whooped so amazingly well, he's going to be like, wow, I'm not worthy anymore or something. So that's how they'll get to that point. Meanwhile, Valkyrie, who is like the new queen, right? I think she somehow either accidentally or purposefully changes the enchantment on the pieces of Mjolnir. To say like if she be worthy, and that's what Freya does in the comics, right? And then Mjolnir is going to basically like reform and present itself to Jane. And then Jane's going to go off, you know, doing her thing, and then Thor and the Guardians are going to be like, yo, who's this other fake Thor rolling around? And it won't be till the end of the movie that they'll realize, you know, who it is. Am I missing something, or can I farm Gauntlet 10 over and over? No, you cannot. They sent out an in-game mail yesterday. You're limited to 7 times. And then it'll kick you out again. However, you can continue playing tier 9 as long as you have feathers. So, and there's a hefty chunk of shards in there for each run, so that's a pretty good deal. Want to see more Korg? He's amazing. Aw, that seems guaranteed. What's up, work? Work, how was work? You still covering for that guy? I think you were saying that last night. Beta Ray Thor, Thor Jane Foster, triple team. Beta Ray Thor. I'm pretty much expecting that they're just going to give us a brand new Jane Foster Thor instead of reworking the old one. That's typically what they've done. I'm stuck for like the next 4. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember you saying that now. No worries, Alan. Do that. Got these two extra chocolate eggs sitting in front of me. They're calling my name. I need a food break in a minute here. So I'm pretty much locked in as Professor X as the mutant R3 that I was waiting for. Yeah, I was continuously on the fence about Havoc, but now I think my mind is made up. Professor X, just, you know, evade, reverse controls, falter counter. Just really, really good utility. More than what I would use Havoc for, probably. So I think that's the smarter play. Plus, if I get really good with him, I can bring him into Abyss. Would Beta Ray have Stormbreaker? I don't know. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that they're going to introduce Beta Ray. Unless, like, Russell Crowe is going to be the voice of Beta Ray Bill, which would also be weird. I don't know. Is it just me, or does Thor seem unfairly OP in the MCU? I mean, not as OP as Captain Marvel, and definitely not as OP as Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is, you know, as close to a god right now as a mortal can be in the MCU. Kaban missed a huge opportunity to give us Stormbreaker Thor, but dropped Jabari Panther and Centurion Iron Pants. Centurion Iran Pants. Prof X is ridiculous in incursions. Yes, he is. Absolutely. The buff cornucopia with all the prowess. Oh, it's good times. I'm probably going to have to get used to playing him without the Awakened ability, though, because I do think it makes a difference in the ramp-up time. But the white mag synergy, I think, is way more important to the character. Not critical, but makes him a lot easier to play. Just decks me, douche. There we go.
Hello there.
Hello there yourself. Welcome back, Xander. Beta Ray Bill did have the original Stormbreaker, which was given to him by Odin. Right. Yeah, I'm not sure that they're going to introduce him. I mean, if they're going to do like the unworthy Thor / Odinson storyline in this movie, then it would make sense probably that Beta Ray Bill shows up and is like, "Hey, while you're moping around, I'll let me hang out with Stormbreaker here." And they could potentially use that as like an out for Chris Hemsworth if he's done. Like, there's just so much depends on unknown quantities here. Is Chris Hemsworth done after this movie? Is he going to stick around? Is he going to... No, I don't think that he'll die. I don't know. I'll tell you, the Thor story that I want to see told is like a Thor like 1,000 years in the future, like really lonely, and like all his friends are dead, all the other superheroes are dead pretty much, and he's just like wandering around the universe, like, he's got no battles left to fight. He's basically like Odin but sad. That would be interesting to me. I've returned from playing more CGR. Gotta practice it with him in Abyss, dude. Annihilus could be a cool villain. Yeah, he could. They're doing that like Secret Invasion show with Samuel L. Jackson and the guy who played what's his face, the Skrull leader. I mean, Cap died, Tony died too. Yeah, but they're both... I mean, we don't really know that Cap died. He could just be old somewhere. Tony died, but he's mortal. I mean, Thor can be killed, but he's not going to die of old age anytime soon. So either you find a villain worthy enough of killing, like, the last OG Avenger, if you don't count Hawkeye. I guess Hulk is still out there too, so... I didn't want to get into Hulk and how I feel like they've completely butchered that character arc. Double P, what's up, dude? Drive by like, thanks, man. Good to see you. Have fun driving off to wherever. Who would play Annihilus? It might not even matter because it's. I mean, he would probably be mostly CGI, so it would just be a voice. I can't really think in my head of what Annihilus would sound like. Probably like a real like buzzy, raspy voice. Like to kind of go for like that bugginess. I don't know. How old did Thor say he was in Infinity War? How old did he say he was? He told Rocket. Let me Google that real fast. How old is Thor in the MCU? Thor is 1,500 years old. All right, and then how old is Odin? Odin, look at this. It says a million years. He's at least 5,000. But yeah, even in the MCU is over a million years old. So I mean, they're functionally immortal, I guess. Yeah, but again, the point is that either Thor needs to be killed, or he's not just going to die. I mean, and if you're gonna kill off Thor, it needs to be in like one of the big like crossover events, and not in Thor 4: Love and Thunder. So again, if they're not gonna kill him off, and I don't think that they would, maybe, then the only solution is basically to just say he gives up the title, he gives up fighting, and just like wanders the universe forever. He's already given up his throne, not that he ever wanted it to begin with. Why are you so rude, MODOK? Oh, the belly bump, it's so good. He's as close to a celestial as it gets. Yeah, that's I mean, that's fair. You're about to take the full force of a star. It's true, it's true. My favorite part about that scene was not that he took a star, was that he was out of breath in space. That was the best part. What do I want to do here? Do that. I'd be depressed if I had Natalie Portman as a wife and she died. I can see why Thor's so sad. Facts, man, Falcon. That's kind of the other half of it. Like, did they convince Natalie Portman, who, by the way, absolutely does not need to be in Marvel movies? She is an Oscar-winning actress, very, highly sought after, very popular. She does not need to make a living doing Marvel, superhero movies. So, having said that, did they somehow convince her to sign on for multiple movies playing as Thor? Or is this going to be like a one and done thing, and they're going to introduce her as Jane, Thor, and also kill her off from cancer, I guess, in the same movie? I don't know. I think in the comics she fights the Phoenix Force as Thor at some point. But we're like light years from that, even being a thought in the movies. That reminds me, I need to finish that story arc. That comic arc. Let him hit me. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Thank you. He just forgot to breathe in space. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Ooh, that was a good nut crack. Oh, yeah, was a rope in his ship. Was that after Dark Phoenix and the Phoenix 5? I can't remember. I'm not sure either. I know that it happened. I don't remember the circumstances because I haven't read that far ahead yet. She probably signed on so she can snog Chris Hemsworth without being cheating. In the movie, is it at the end of 2? In the one movie, Chris Hemsworth's real life wife was the stand-in for Natalie Portman during a kiss scene. I don't remember which one, though. Relax, I found it on the Google. Heck yeah, dude. You know how we roll here. We just look for it on the Google. Oh, Mysterio. Just low-rent Warlock. I like when they introduced Mysterio, everybody was like, "Oh my god, passive heal block!" And then like we're excited about it for maybe a minute, and then Warlock came out and had a way superior passive heal block with degen, with power drain. Even Chris Evans fell for Hemsworth. Warlock, who's that? Never heard of him. Have fun keeping infection up if they have buffs. That's fair. That's fair. There's also nodes in that and champs that would counter Mysterio's poison or his chemical gas too, though. Chocolate egg. So guys, I finished all the trophies in Control tonight, or today rather. And I went on the PlayStation Store to find so my goal was to look up all the Vita games that I wanted to play still and see if they had like cross-buy so that I could figure out if I needed to buy them right now or not, or if I could wait. And I found that Trine 4 on sale, $7.50. Picked that one up. Pretty happy with that. Probably going to start that tonight. I think we're through. Are we through our 5 stars yet? I'm not really grinding for the champ this time. I'm just kind of doing whatever. Probably hit milestones and then quit out. We got this guy, and then I think there's Dorm. Yeah, it's the last one. Yeah. I hear there's Steam building for a young Thanos movie. I mean, I can see it, but I don't really want... When it comes to villains like that, I don't really want anything that makes them like a sympathetic character. And I think that's partially the reason why I haven't seen the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie yet. Because to me, like, the character of Joker is like this, the mad clown, prince of crime, psychopath. To me, I don't really care if he, if people tease him or whatever the deal is. I don't really care about that. He's a bad character, and that it should just be left at that. Glad more people are appreciating Age of Ultron. Truly underrated. Ultron in general has always been cool. Real smooth talker. Yeah, I also think it's underrated, but I think that they could have done Ultron. I feel like they didn't really. He could have been way more evil than he was. I don't think they did him dirty or anything, but what's the phrase I'm thinking of? They could have done him a little bit better, in my opinion. I was blocking there, but apparently not. Baby Thanos with CGR. There are already Ghost Riders in the MCU, 2 of them. Although I never finished watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I have no idea what happens to the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. Boss Hog is this guy's name. Oh man, that unblockable after the evade is so annoying. I think he's the 3rd best villain in MCU, right under Thanos and Zemo. I don't know who I would put there. Zemo and Thanos are good. I think Killmonger's up there. I feel like Killmonger's motivations were good. I also liked Vulture a lot as a villain. You also got to think of like a villain in the MCU, like in terms of how successful they were, even if they ultimately failed, how successful they were in like exacting change. So like from that perspective, Thanos and Zemo both up there, but I feel like that's what puts Killmonger probably at number 3 for me. Was that he essentially forced Wakanda to open its borders and help the world. Let's have a Deadpool Thanos movie where they fight over the character called Death. I still want. I hope and pray that they do this. I just want Deadpool to like just randomly walk across the screen in an MCU movie, or maybe just like be sitting in the background like eating popcorn, and like nobody acknowledge. None of the characters acknowledge him, but he's just kind of there. Oh, that would just be so funny. He was psychotic at birth. He murdered rats by the age of 2, people by the age of 10. Are you talking about Thanos? I mean, he wasn't psychotic when Cosmic Ghost Rider found him, because the pendant stare didn't work on him. He had committed no evil at that point. I also think the penance stare doesn't work on him as an adult either, because he has no, like... Awesome. He has no guilt over what he's done. Hear me out. Second channel where you stream your completion runs. I've thought about doing stuff on here. I'll be honest, like, starting a second channel, not going to happen. It's hard enough to get people to watch one channel, let alone two. So, Noobmaster69 is truly the worst villain. They revealed who that was. Like, he's an actual character. It's I think it's the dude from the Apple Store in Captain America and Winter Soldier. Oh no. Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool cinematic gold. Yeah, he's fantastic. I hope they can utilize him, you know, in a very Deadpool way in the MCU, and not just limit him to his own movies. Thanos made Deadpool immortal so he wouldn't be able to see death. It probably wasn't a good idea. I wish it was Jake from State Farm. What's up, Adam Johnston? Hi, Sim. Just got my 10th R3 6-star. Did Captain America Infinity War. He's at SIG 180. Also, congrats on Professor X. Dude, big congrats on your 10th R3. That is awesome. And a high SIG as well. A little jealous of that. Anybody got plans for Easter this weekend? If you celebrate it. I think we're having some family over. Nothing too fancy though. would be hilarious for him to be in the MCU. Anytime he'd swear there would be a bleep. From what I understand, they're gonna let Deadpool 3 basically be what it is. That the worst possible thing they could do for Deadpool is to change the way that he exists right now with like the raunchiness. It's part of the appeal of it. Check one thing here, guys. Hold on a minute. Okay. Alright, cool. So jealous of your rank 3 Nick Fury and Dragon Man. Well, I guess we're both jealous a little bit of each other then, Adam. I do enjoy both of those characters quite a bit, so. So Hammer, I don't know if you looked at our defense yet today, but I put Wodie's Nick on that really irritating lane that I died to twice this week. I thought for a moment about popping in my rank 3 on that node, but on the off chance that I need him for attack, I wanted to have him in my back pocket. I'd cut someone if they tried to steal my nick for defense. Yeah, it was a very brief moment where I consider, because usually I just put my 5-star on defense, but we have 2 of them already, a 5 and a 6. I put in Claire on defense instead. I didn't have I didn't really, well, I mean, I had time to do it, but I was being lazy, and I didn't rank up my Kingpin yet, so otherwise I would have put him on. I have R5 and R3. Let him have the R5. Can't have either. I want to R3 the champion or thing for defense. It's terrible. I mean, the champion, but thing is, if you have him duped and high sig, I mean, thing is pretty good. Domino. Yeah, champion hasn't been good on defense in ages. He's really only good on the final node, and there are way, way better bosses than him now. He is easily defeated by almost every mystic in the game. How did he recover so fast from that special? Ooh, he's Dexin. Oh my god. Couldn't back out. I got locked into the block animation and he just snap heavied and I couldn't move. Such is life. I'd list my R3s, but there's a character limit. Ah, oh, work, you son of a... I'm jealous of an R3 Sig 180 cap, but not my Sig 15 miles. I see how it is. You definitely do see how it is. Yeah, dude. See, you could have used that. You could have used that Awakening Gem on She-Hulk, even though it really doesn't do her much of anything. I will commend your bravery once again. Time will tell whether it was bravery or something else, though, Xander. Put thing in front of me on defense and I'll embarrass him with Kingpin. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Took a break from War and now coming back. War is just as bad as it was probably when you left. Thunderquacked. Take another break from War. Every War season at the very start of it, I'm already like from the very first time I have to place my champs for the season, I'm like, I already want this season to be over. I started putting together a list of, and I think Hammer knows this because I put it in the Alliance chat, but I started to put together a list of like things that I would do to make war better. Working under the assumption that war isn't the most profitable mode in the game, which is a complete lie. It absolutely is the most profitable mode. And the idea that if I were given carte blanche to fix war, with the restriction that I can't just outright delete it as a game mode. What are you doing, Samus? What would I do to change it? I'm curious what you guys would do to fix or change war. I think my main problems with war right now are the over-reliance on item use, specifically but not limited to boosts. I hate that you're essentially required to use medium and big boosts, multiple times per war in order to solo fights. I hate that clearing the map, which is something that they themselves have said that they don't want to happen. I hate that clearing the map is a requirement rather than an accomplishment. I feel like if you clear the map in the boss in war, it should be, like, you should feel good about it. But now it's like, you have to. That's like, clearing the map is the bare minimum for success. But like the changes that I would make to war would never happen because they would directly affect the bottom line. And Kabam will never make a decision that would do that, especially to a game mode that is as popular among like the high tier players in the game, who are also mostly the biggest spenders as well. But like the one thing that I would do is I would make war permadeath. No reviving allowed. You lose a character, that's it. I would allow healing, but I would also cut down the item use from 15 to something much lower. Because like they would have to reprogram the way boosts work in order to make boosts count for item use. So, assuming that you can't stop people from spending on these boosts, then you need to limit their ability to heal up. Like, it's pretty rare when you see like a 0 death clear of a battle group in high tier war. War is the only interesting game mode outside of incursions. It's just unfortunate it's far too expensive. Yeah, like for me, it's the expense portion of it is bothersome to me. But I think like the people spend a lot of time complaining about whenever Kabam, or even the Women's Day boss rush is a great example. Inevitably, those ladies get really nasty messages sometimes talking about how their fight is too hard, blah 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 blah. But like when you design a war defense, that is literally what every alliance is trying to do, is to design a map full of those annoying fights with only a couple niche counters. Like that. Something like that Nick Fury that I was talking about yesterday is just a perfect example. Like, it's not fun. And then beyond that, the other thing that bothers me is like the pressure behind it. And I know, you know, some people are equipped to deal with that stuff and some aren't. I fully understand that. But like a lot of wars, even not in high tier, you know, come down to a 1 or 2 death difference. And if you are the sad sap who is responsible for a death that lost your entire alliance the war and maybe dropped you a tier or dropped you a standing in the season rankings, that is some crap. That is some crap. And I've been there. I've been in that position where, you know, I've died in a war that was, you know, a difference of 1 death. It sucks. Big time. And the higher you get, the more cutthroat it is. You know, not every alliance is for Loki. Monkey says, later Sim, gonna go eat. Also, that opening was fire. Lend me that Aegon. Can I borrow him for a daydream? Or a day? I mean, if you send him back duped, Monkey, you can have him for a day. I'll take that deal. I had 11 fights last war. It was ridiculous. That is ridiculous, dude. Can't stand that the revives are flat values. So stupid. Yeah, I like, you know, introducing the alliance potions was a good move. But they just couldn't help themselves, and they only made them available for units. So, you know, people like me who rely on the Glory Store for all of their alliance potions, you know, if you want the good potions, pony up them units, baby. Pony them up. And nobody uses them anyways because they're all light boosts. And when you get higher up, you need the medium and the large ones, so I don't know that anybody even uses them anyways anymore. Your changes would hurt the revenue stream. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I fully understand that. Gotta run? Alright, dude. Catch you later, Hammer. Unless there was only 1 death, yours isn't the only one taking that heat. That's true. And I will fully admit that I do place a lot of that pressure on myself. So, you know, it's not all the game mode's fault, for sure. Why did I just use Gwenpool against Mr. Sinister? That was a terrible idea. Doesn't matter if it's the first or last, they all count the same. Yeah. In the heat of the moment, though, I mean, rational thought, sometimes difficult. What's up, Mark? How's it going? It's going pretty well, dude. Great pull on that Deadpool X-Force. Dude, 660. One step closer to 200. Taking off, CB. Catch you later, dude. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, he dexed out of it? What a jerk. What a jerk. I'm with you there. I always felt a ton of pressure when I was in 4 Look. It was all self-induced, yeah. Like, a lot of the times I'll feel like, when I go into a war map, for example, and plan my path and my team, I always plan to take. This is just me. I plan to take every mini in my way, and and plan for at least one, usually two of the bosses. Assuming that other people either don't want to take the bosses or whatever it might be. So that also kind of is a contributing factor for me, like just feeling like people are counting on me to do that. Like we're not as organized as a lot of these other, bigger alliances are. We don't plan out every detail and have every path. We don't plan people's teams for them. We expect them to understand the nodes and bring the proper counters. Usually people take the same path the whole way up. They don't switch mid-tier. Whew. What do we got? What's my score at? I didn't even check. I think, is it 3.5 million is the last milestone, right? Where I am now, and it's the same way. It's frustrating because I know I have a lot more work to do. A lot of times because people just sit at fight. Yeah. And it's not always that case. Like, sometimes I will log into the game to move, and a mini boss has been cleared. But it's just like I've been burned too many times where, exactly like you're saying, people will be sitting at a mini just waiting for somebody else to do it. That I've kind of learned my lesson now. Like taking 11 fights. That's a little ridiculous, and I hope that's not a consistent thing. That's that's the exception rather than rule for you. Check on the old kids here. Looks like everybody's asleep. Lazy players. I mean, I don't. Not necessarily, Mark. It could just be a confidence thing. Again, I consider myself a pretty decent player, and I understand that there are people of varying skill levels, in my alliance. And, if I have... if I feel pressure at my skill level, people certainly do at other skill levels as well. So if somebody's sitting at a boss, it's, they're worried I'm going to let somebody who's a little bit better take this because I don't want to die and lose the war for us. I've been in that position too. When I was in an alliance where, I was in the latter half of, of the skill range. You guys go back and watch my old my war videos when I was with an alliance called Wrecked. I had that problem, and eventually they more or less put me on the easiest lane possible, because that was the first time I moved up from gold to platinum. And for that whole first season I was with them, I was way over my head until I kind of got used to the nodes, got used to champs I'd be facing, and then I did better. So, I mean, it really just, for my part, it just requires us to be, like, you know, patient with people and encourage them to try it. And, you know, we're not hardcore in our alliance, so, you know, if we win a war, if we lose a war, it is what it is, you know. I ran all of Path 6, the Power Snack, Mixmaster Minis, the Recovery and Hazard Shift bosses, and then the boss. Usually isn't that bad, normally about 8 or 9. The last couple wars I've been running 7. Path 7. And it depends on how many fights are in like the first tier. Like I'll usually take... There's almost always one on that first tier, and then I'll take that... we know where the paths diverge, I'll take that boss, or that mini. The other day I took the Power Snack mini. It was a Korg. That was fun with CGR. Mixmaster I usually let somebody else take. One guy in our alliance brings a Professor X and just destroys that fight every time. And then somebody else, that same person usually takes the Encroaching Stun mini on the left there, or on the right rather. And then I'll take you know, whatever's left on my path. Well, that was dumb. There we go. And then on Boss Island, it really depends on how I can fit counters for the bosses onto my team. The last couple wars, I've been going up on the left. I took the entire left side of Boss Island. Not this past war, but the one before that. There was, what was the fights? There was an APOC on that enhanced special one, which was super easy with guillotine. And then there was it a Doom? I think it was a Doom on that Aspect of Evolution mini. And then that was the war where I almost sold the APOC boss. I forget who that first mini I took out was, though. I think it was a Void. But anyway. R3 Domino with Gilly on Mixmaster, fun times. Ugh. Whew. Getting tired of talking. No one ever likes a rage, so I get stuck on Path 6. Usually use Doom and just heavy cheese it. Had Havoc war last war, though. Have you found that using like are you required to use your 6 stars, or like have you used your 5 stars to counter rage just because they do less damage? Rage used to be worse with like we used to put Stark Spidey on rage back in the stubborn days. So I mean you get him you get him unblockable and the fight is pretty much over. Like you can't do anything about it. And his health pool is so low that like any champ with a decent amount of damage would trigger it. Yeah, I don't really have much experience going up the middle though. Like I've done 1, 2, and 3. I've done 7. I've done 8. 9, I could do 9 now because I have my relic ranked up, but I didn't before. What else? I think I've done... I've done 4 before. But like 5 and 6 are probably the paths that I have the least amount of experience with. I maybe have done them a couple times. Here and there. Just use my R3 Doom, cheese it with heavies. Every heavy triggers... Oh, right, with the shock. Yeah. Speaking of Doom, I need to sig mine up as soon as item use comes back on. I opened those +5 sig stones from the side event today. Got a bunch of good mystic ones. At one point I was trying to get better at dodging his special one, like the beams. I think I can get 2 out of the 4 of them. Oh, man. Needs to be max sig to guarantee a shock. Right. God, I logged onto Twitter just now and I have like 50 notifications. Look, guys, Hyperion. Oh, I thought he was gonna dash in. Vegas Dragonman fight against that Footloose Daredevil was probably one of the most ridiculous war fights I've seen in a long time. That was awesome. Awesome. So good. Just the perfect way to utilize Dragon Man's like abilities. Because once you get that the max length unstoppable after your second special 3, like you can basically just do whatever you want. You don't even care if Daredevil goes unstoppable. It's just go to town. And Daredevil gets those precision and cruelty buffs too, so it's just even more damage. Yeah, that was a great fight. My Dragon Man is always on defense though, so I don't really have an opportunity to use him in offense. Maybe during this off season, I'll take him off and try to bring him in to a couple paths. I typically don't play at all in the off season though. There we go. Oh, 3 million. I don't have enough champions to get back up to 3 million. Losing steam. Need some content to do. Big time. Thought about just doing like a labyrinth path one night for fun. To start farming potions soon, farming revives. Spend a couple nights doing that probably. Get ready for them, Abyss. My L1 revives finally started going into overflow, so I have, if I want to do Abyss without losing any of them, it needs to be the next 2 weeks. But I haven't even looked at like planning. I haven't even looked at scheduling or anything. And there's still other stuff I would need to do. Like I need to sig up my Ronin still. Practice more with Prof X against Luke. Did he post that in a video? I can't remember if Vega usually posts his war videos. I mean, he did with 4 Loki, I'm pretty sure, but I was surprised to see him to join up with you guys and relax. Like I thought you guys were kind of not in like I don't think you guys are in Masters right now, right? But you're still up pretty high up in Platinum. Posting it tomorrow. Okay, cool. Alright, I think this is going to be the last fight of the night. I'm going to go get something cold to drink and hop on ye old PlayStation. Play some Trine. Oh, yes. That was cool. Alright. We're only like Platinum 3 right now. It's Tier 2, but we only do 2 battle groups to give people more break. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we got smoked in our last war. So much so that like we didn't even bother clearing because it would have cost us a bunch of items to do so, and it wouldn't have resulted in a win regardless. So we were just like, just chalk it up as an L and move on. But we only run 1 BG. Definitely don't push war. Yeah. Alright, let's, oh, you know what? I have 3 more R5s. We'll just do this. I know I said that was the last fight. We'll do 3 more. And then that's actually it. And we'll go find someone to raid real fast. Looks like there's a bunch of other folks streaming. Super Cool Panda, what's up, dude? Welcome. Hope you're doing well this evening. Only take it seriously because war is fun for me. So, speaking as a person who enjoys war, what would you change about it, if anything? Work. Like, because we're definitely on opposite ends of that spectrum. But I think we both kind of agree that like war is not really in a place that it, you know, it's not in a place where it could be. But I don't know what changes you could make that would make it, you know, balanced. You know, bring people back to it that don't like it, and while also keeping it interesting for the people that like it in its current form. I'm not sure what those changes would look like. I'm vibing. How about you? Hanging in there, dude. Get to take a bunch of fights I probably wouldn't in 4 Loki with no pressure if I die. That must be nice. Like I feel the no pressure thing for the most part now in this alliance, and I'm happy with wherever we typically land. Like we were in Gold 2, Gold 3 last season, Gold 2 now, I think, which is perfectly fine for me. But like no pressure and being platinum would be pretty fun. They need to address the cost. Easiest change they can make quickly is add war pots and revives in the glory store. That would help. That would help a lot. I don't know. The Alliance War overhaul has been in the roadmap, so I don't know if they're just avoiding like significant changes because they're planning something big, or if they think war is fine the way it is. I don't know. Whew. Oh, new calendar. What do we got? Sasquatch. All right, I'm excited for my 4-star Sasquatch. I don't think I've seen anybody ever get a 5-star out of that crystal. All right, let's go see who else is streaming. Dynamic Dominator. What's up, dude? I'm a level 50. Got tier 8 casket somehow. Opened the 5-star Nexus. All new Ghost Rider. X23 Doc Ock went with Ghost Rider. Good decision. Yes. Cosmic Ghost Rider is an excellent champ. X23 Doc Ock, both pretty good, but CGR way better than both of them. Big changes in the works, but I'm hesitant to be hopeful. Same. I think as long as war is as profitable as I believe it to be for them, there won't be a significant enough change made to the mode to bring people back to it in the way that I would want it to be. So, all right, we got, let's see, J-Axe is streaming, Sergeant streaming, Cats and Accelerate are doing incursions together. Let's go raid Accelerate. We haven't raided him in a while. I haven't seen him streaming in a while. Alright. Oh, Accelerate just hit 100 subs, guys. You guys know I like to support other small streamers, of course. So hop over there, say hello, pop him a like and a sub if you wouldn't mind. No, the normal Ghost Rider because I have... Alright, so if it's OG Ghost Rider, X23, and Doc Ock, I personally, assuming they're all new, I probably would have gone with Doc Ock because his power control is excellent. Ghost Rider, he's got decent utility, and for where you're at level 50, you'll probably make good use of him. So for you, probably a good decision. Good utility. Damage kind of lacking, but that's typical of Mystics. X23, I mean, she's fine, but yeah. Ghost Rider, not a bad choice by, for where I think you're at. Oh no. Alright guys, here's a link to Accelerate's channel or /stream. And we'll go over there with what do we want to go over there with? Oh, I'm too tired to think of a clever hashtag. We'll go with Black and Gold Raid. That's what I was thinking. I have Warlock and Sparky maxed out 4 stars and a R3 Spiky. Or Sparky, yeah. Okay. Yeah, like you have some okay power control with Warlock. Not the best, but not the worst. Yeah, I think Ghost Rider, an all-around decent champ for where you're at, probably. So, alright folks, that's going to do it for me tonight. Go pop in again, say hello to Accelerate, give him a like and a sub. Would appreciate a like and a sub for here too, if you don't mind on your way out. And I'll probably be back tomorrow unless something else comes up. So thank you very much for watching. Be good to each other. Peace.